Hey, how are you, witches? And to all of the newbies, I am Spiritually Naima. I shouldn't have said that. Newbies, you've been here for a minute too. I guess to all of the people who just happen to find the channel and don't know who I am Spiritually Naima. And guess what? I have a virtual coven. Yes, for all of the witches. And it's on Facebook. You can find it by searching on Facebook for Venita Davis. And that will take you to our virtual coven. But I got another wonderful place for you. If you want some graphics, you got to go to Wicked Witches, okay? Because that's where all of the secrets will be placed. Yes. Look, I wanted to talk to you all about a phenomena, okay? And this phenomena is about attachments, okay? Let's talk. Now, a lot of people are affected by it. Who does it affect most? It affects the vulnerable most, just to be honest with you. People who may be sick in some kind of a way. It may be physically ill, or it may be mentally ill, or just plain old spiritually ill. Those people are vulnerable to attachments. What is an attachment? An attachment is a spirit or a disincarnate spirit or a ghost or an elemental spirit or just a demonic spirit. You just decide what you want to call it. Now, the discarnate spirits are those spirits that used to have a body, a physical body. It may have been, some type of animal. I'm just going to be way out, an octopus or an eel or a shark or a dog or a cat. More than likely it's going to be something that was really, really close to the person or just close to dry land. So seldomly will it be anything that was aquatic, mostly physical walking beings. Not even necessarily flying beings like birds and stuff like that. But something that is this close to humans physically. Now, attachments can also happen in animals too, okay? But I want to talk about the ones that are attachments to human beings, okay? So, those people that are most vulnerable will be the people that are those people that are most vulnerable to these attachments are people who are just vulnerable people. But these people have had some type of illness, or suffered some type of grief or loss, okay? These people are very susceptible to disincarnate spirits, okay? Because those are the ones I want to concentrate on, because disincarnate spirits are those that used to have a physical body. They're no longer in a body. They're looking for a body. That's what they want, okay? And all it takes is a small tear in your biosphere, and they can get in. Some of them can actually get directly into the physical body. Many of them are on the outside of the body. They're in the biosphere, waiting for a moment to just slip right on into a crack and get into your physical body. Now, but there are also others who are susceptible to these disincarnate spirits, and those are the mediums. Mediums are very vulnerable. Mediums must be very careful because they know, these disincarnate spirits, they know that we are mediums and they want in. Why? Because we have the ability, okay, to be able to speak to them and allow them into our vessels to speak to the people they love, or, not necessarily to the people they love, or maybe some of them want to enjoy some of the things they enjoyed on earth. And I talked about those in a prior video. Having a smoke, being able to smoke a cigarette or a cigar, or have a drink of liquor, or have some good old sex. You know what I'm saying? Many of them enjoyed those things. Some of them want to eat, just want to have a good meal. Some of them in their past lifetime, they abused drugs. They abused eating. They were overeaters. They were habitual smokers, habitual liars, Y'all know I got to be funny in some kind of a way. I have this flat effect because most of the times when I do some humor, I don't laugh, and so that affects the joke. But maybe it's just stale. But anyways, these disincarnate spirits, most of them don't mean you bad. They're not necessarily malevolent. It's just the fact that some of the things they do is not quite good for the human body. That's the reason they don't have one anymore, because they abused it, So, the reason why I'm talking about this is because being a medium is a very exhausting task. It comes with who we are. It's not like, you choose to be a medium. You know what? I think I want to be a medium. You're born with the ability. I was born with a veil over my face. And so my body is not quite just my body. It's my body and those spirits that enter into my body. It's our body. Not only just those spirits that are disincarnate spirits, because a lot of the times I work with them because they do come to me, and a lot of clients will come to me because they want to speak to the dead. I haven't done that in a minute, but when I do a reading, sometimes they do come through. I don't necessarily want that. But some people actually, in the past, I had some people actually come to me because that is the service they want. That I don't quite like doing, because that takes a toll on my physical body. It really tires me out. I am so out of energy, and it opens me up sometimes, if I can't control it, to sickness. Okay, so don't watch these videos on YouTube when they show these back in the past, these black and white mediums doing this work with spirits. Don't just let that get to your head. Don't just go out and just do anything like that. Don't have a fantasy about something like that and just go out and try, because it's very taxing on your body. I wanted to talk about an experience. I had one lady that called, and she said she wanted a reading, but instead she really wanted to speak to one of her deceased family members. One of them got in me, and she tried to stay in me, and I'm telling you, I was so cold inside. It's an indescribable cold, like the bones in your body, the inner parts of the bones in your body has this cold chill that you can't get rid of. And it may be 90 degrees outside, and you're going outside under the sun, and you still can't warm up. And I told this lady, I said, look, you gotta go. You can't stay in here, And you can demand for them to leave, but depending on what time, and she didn't mean any harm. She just wanted to be here for a minute to speak to a family member. But after the session was over, I needed her to leave. But you got some spirits that are, I can't say the word, that are very malevolent. They mean no good. They will come inside, and it's hard to get rid of those. You can't just tell them to leave. So that's why mediums have to be very careful, because you got some that will come in there and they will use your body like they don't mind, and they don't care. They don't care what they do to the body. They will mutilate it. Some of them will cause you to cut yourself, or some of them will drive you to madness and to suicide, and those are not good at all. And they are real. You can just sit down here and say, you don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm thinking most people who are here believe, but there are some here that are skeptics, and they're critics, And they don't believe until they have their moment. And once they have their moment, they'll be contacting Mama spiritually. But like if you do a session, and you're a medium, you're a psychic, and you're doing a session, that will tear you down. You may be gone for days. And people be wondering why you ain't doing videos. Because you have allowed the spirit in your body. And you are just plain old worn out. You got to be careful, because if you get one in there that don't want to leave, they can open you up to other spirits of their others that they want in there. Because you can inhabit more than one. And you may not get your life back. And you wonder sometimes why people personalities change, why they seem to be up and down. Well, it is because these people are inhabited by spirits. Anyways, I can't get my mind on what I really want to say. I hear somebody out there. I'm waiting on the man to come and cut my grass. Excuse me for being so random. But I'm just wondering, y'all. I'm just wondering. Oh, yeah, and I'm waiting on the garbage man to pick my garbage. He didn't pick my garbage up. They didn't pick my garbage up because they said I owed them $10. Now, what kind of nonsense is that? I scheduled my pickup. I paid everything. I get a bill, and it says that, you have a balance of $10, and it slipped my mind, $10. And they actually just didn't even bother to come by and pick up the trash. Didn't say that they weren't going to pick up the trash or anything. Got no type of notice. And they said, oh, you need to put an app on your phone for waste management so you can monitor your account. I'm not used to that. I'm used to the city. They come and they pick your trash up and they take it off for free. Okay. But anyway, so I just wanted to talk about being a medium and how it opens you up to a lot of trashy beings. Now, I'm not talking about people, family members, y'all. I'm just talking about some of those trashy. You got a lot of residual spirits out there that can no longer inhabit their own physical body. They can't reincarnate, okay? Because their spirit energy is just exhausted. These spirits may be just, by millenniums and millenniums of years old, okay? Almost old as the damn universe itself. And they've just trashed all of their energy or have been robbed of their energy. And they can't inhabit a body, so they're going to get in yours. I was looking on YouTube and they showed these x-rays of a man, and he actually had a ghostly face in his stomach. It was nothing but a discarnate spirit or a demon in his stomach, just in there eating. And see, this is where most of the nutrients are, not just physical nutrients, but most of the solar nutrients, where the heat energy is. And they need that for life. Okay, so the next video is going to be about this, how you can protect yourself, which is very difficult from these energies. Man, I'm telling you, they have been knocking on my doors, tapping on my windows for years, trying to get the fuck in, okay? Most of them are very polite. Like I say, they will tap on your doors, on your windows and doors and ask to get in. They will, some of them will ask for permission. A lot of them don't give a damn. They just coming up in here, okay? They want you to tell their stories, and you'll be on these videos and stuff talking about your story or acting a little bit, kind of like out of it or a little bit crazy and deranged, and people will be wondering, what's wrong with her? Well, what's wrong with me? I'm inhabited by some type of spirit. Some spirit got me for a minute here. And it's difficult for mediums to make friends because we just never, ever know who we're going to be and who's going to be in us and everything. It's hard. I don't have any friends and never will, because I'm always different. I'm always constantly changing. A lot of people, like to mark you by a specific personality. That's the way they get to know you. You'll never get to know me, because I will always have a different personality, something different about me. And I know what the critics are going to say. Oh, it's called a mental illness. It's called multiple personality disorder. It's called dissociative disorder. It's called bipolar disorder. It's called schizophrenia. It's called all these different terms that scientists, mad scientists, label things because they do not understand the supernatural. That's all. Okay? Because you can go to these different tribes and you can go to these different countries like Benin and Haiti, and you'll find all day long that these people are inhabited and possessed by different spirits, by the Loas, by the Orishas. And scientists go over there to try to research and get an understanding. They will never get an understanding of being inhabited or possessed by spirits, because they cannot test it with their little test tubes and take it in a laboratory. That type of science is so limited. You can't go anywhere with that because it leaves out the supernatural. Okay? It leaves out the paranormal, the unknown. And I wouldn't want to be stuck in anything like that, you know. But anyways, I'm going to go further into this, you know, how to try to protect yourself, how to try. You know, and a lot of people wonder why, you know, why she's got all of this stuff on. When I go places, when I go in stores and stuff, I'm laughed at. Because this is the way I look. This is my protection. You know, we believe as psychics, as spiritualists, that we can charge things up and ask it to protect us. You see, so we wear charms. I have my charms and my trinkets on. We wear these because we talk to these things and we ask them to keep us protected. I have to protect my crown. I don't want all these spirits slipping in here into my crown chakra because they can get in. Okay? Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.